Hello, Internet world. It has been far too long since I've been able to say that. But here we are. We're doing Drunken Chef again. It's been nearly 2 years, probably about 1 3/4 years, and I don't know, it's been interesting. So before we get into, the Drunken Chef food fun, let's recap and talk about why there hasn't been a Drunken Chef in nearly 2 years. Let's rewind all the way back to December of 2019, early December. Johnny decides, he's going to take his dog for a walk one morning and slip on some ice and absolutely destroy his ankle. Complete reconstructive surgery, and probably nearly 1 year later he's walking fine again. But, that was a big thing. And then, rewinding back again to January of 2020, Johnny and his family suffered an awful, awful tragedy. His father, Jim, passed away after a battle with cancer. Rest in peace, Jim. You'll be missed. You'll be missed. And then, March 2020, we all know what happened then. The fun of COVID. The fun of COVID. So, due to that, out of extreme caution, and I'll be honest, my own COVID psychosis, we didn't see each other for over 1 year after that. So, Johnny, get the fuck over here, get in the camera. What the? Look at... Alright. Look at that mask. That's nifty. I've worn a lot of masks over this year working in healthcare, but I think that one's meant to protect against the, alien variant?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. You know what, though? Take that fucking thing off so we can have a shot and celebrate us getting back together, man.
Okay. I'm also wearing my aluminum foil chef hat to keep the government from hearing my thoughts. And knowing that I don't trust them. Where's my beer?
Where's your beer? Oh, you got us some shots over there? I think you do.
Yes we do. We have some shots.
All right, Johnny, man. It has been
far
too long. Far too long. And this was Jim's drink of choice. Rest in peace, Jim. You'll be missed.
Good old LaRue.
I don't know about good, but it's LaRue. So anyway, we've been talking about doing pizzas for a while. Johnny's family has been making homemade pizzas for a very, very, very long time. So we decided we're going to make some homemade pizza tonight, right from scratch, pizza dough to the end, and we're going to do them out on the grill since I got a nice nifty brand new grill a couple of months ago, which is pretty sweet. You'll see it later. But we're really going to involve Johnny. He's Italian, so he has the pizza dough making chromosome in his body. So we're going to get him over here and have him show us how to make some good old authentic pizza dough. Come on in, Johnny.
Okay. So, well, first of all, I'm going to take this measuring cup and put some quite warm, hot kind of water in it.
Generally speaking, for those of you who are counting, you want it to be around 90 to 100 degrees. It helps bloom the yeast.
I'm going to take a packet of your standard yeast shit.
Active dry. Wow, this is weird. I'm being Johnny in the Drunken Chef at this point. Yeah. Johnny's doing the cooking and I'm doing the comments.
Back up, drunken comments.
That's okay. That's okay. He'll be doing the comments later on.
I would just stir it up a bit. Try to get rid of any lumpage, because lumps are no good.
Don't be lumpacious.
Lumpacious. It's a real word. So, now in here, I have 4 cups of flour.
All purpose. Bread flour is also acceptable.
Alright, now in this little midget cup here, I have 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 tablespoons of sugar, and we just plop that shit right in there. And just kind of try to make it all get all mixed together. Stir up this shit a little bit more. I have another cup of flour off to the side. That's for later. Just making sure it's the right consistency.
When working with any kind of dough, depending on the humidity of your room, the day, whatever, you might need a little bit more water, a little bit less water, more flour, less flour.
And then a little bit of canola oil. It's supposed to be 2 tablespoons, but I just kind of... There you go.
Give it a glug.
And then... I don't know if this is the proper method or not, but I just kind of stir as I'm pouring it in and, you know, get all the flour together and stuff.
Mush it about, mush it about.
Yep. I find it's kind of easier to start off in a bowl and stirring with the spoon. And you just keep fucking around with it. Okay, so apparently my recipe's being an asshole. I put in the 5th cup, and now I'm mixing in a 6th cup. Unless I counted wrong before and missed a cup.
It is Drunken Chef, my friend.
Oh, this is starting to make it look a little better. So now, you can see it's starting to be more globular instead of goopy. Those are proper...
They are proper culinary terms.
Yes.
And as he works it, that dough will continue to hydrate and it will get even more globular.
Another little tip, kind of wash your hands with flour. When you're really starting to get in there, it helps it cooperate more. Like, it helps it stick a little bit less. And then, when you're starting to get to this point, you just, like, kind of push it down, fold over, push it down, stretch.
Yep, you want to knead it. What you're trying to do is you're trying to develop some glutens in there so you have a nice stretchy elastic pizza dough.
Still too gooey, add more flour. That's basically it. Just keep adding.
Too dry, add a little bit of water. If you do that, only maybe a teaspoon or so at a time because it'll hydrate quick.
You can get angry at it and start beating the fuck out of it if you want. Why not? This is an Italian punching bag. So now it's starting to look pretty nice, like it's Play-Doh-y.
It's holding together, it's coming out of the bowl clean.
It's holding together, but it's not too hard. It's not like a solid thing. Like if you do this, it still kind of folds over a bit, but it's not sticky anymore. Now what we do is we spray the bottom of the bowl, a little bit of spray shit, plop it down, flip it over, spray the top a little bit more. Then we take a knife, cut a nice slit into it. Next, what we do is we cover it with plastic wrap and put it in a warm place. Normally what we would do at home is put like a shit ton of towels over it, just keep it all contained.
Here's the clear wrap, Johnny.
Ah, my nemesis. Fucking hate this shit.
Yeah, it doesn't help that the cutter on that one is completely fucked. I do have scissors there if you need them.
There's no cutter at all. I'm just gonna do this the redneck way. I have a fucking pocket bag. Fuck you, plastic asshole.
We're gonna set this off to the side for how long, Johnny? Hour and a half?
Until it looks good, but yeah, about
basically till it doubles in size.
Yeah. You definitely want at least an hour. Longer could be better.
So we're going to let this rest, and what I did not mention earlier was this is not going to be a standard pizza. We are going to be making a gyro or gyro pizza. And I'm going to get the rest of the stuff put together for that while we're letting this dough rise. And depending on what goes on, there might be a second pizza because there's enough dough here for at least another, at least a second pizza, if not something else. So we'll see you back in a minute. So like I said, we're going to be making a gyro pizza tonight. And while that dough is resting and rising, we're going to make the tzatziki sauce because what good gyro is a gyro with out tzatziki sauce.
The sneezy sauce!
Sneezies. But anyway, what I have here is now, tzatziki sauce is generally made with Greek yogurt. This is actually a combination of plain Greek yogurt and sour cream, 1 cup each. I like to add the sour cream, it's got a similar flavor and it adds a lot of richness. And we have here some cucumber, which is a huge part of tzatziki sauce. And you have to kind of prepare it a little bit, so we did this earlier. I peeled it, and I seeded it out, and I sliced it, and I salted it, kind of like you would eggplant to bleed out the water because you want the cucumber really dry. And what I have here is it's on paper towel, salted, and I'm going to take another piece of paper towel and just kind of press it and try to absorb as much water as possible. Just squeeze out that water. If you tried to put the cucumber in just raw, what would happen is the salt in the sauce would pull the water out of the cucumber and make your sauce runny, and you don't want that. Johnny, would you please throw that away?
Sure.
And what I'm going to do here is just simply finely dice this cucumber and add it to the sour cream and yogurt mixture. Alright, now what I have here is a whole mess of chopped fresh dill. You want a good amount. I probably got a good 1/4 to 1/2 cup here. You really want to have a good dill punch.
Dill it up, yo.
What the dilly, yo? A good healthy, probably I'm going to say 4 or 5 cloves of minced garlic. If you're using this jarred stuff, drain off the liquid because you really don't want the extra liquid. And what I have here is I'm going to start with 1/2 a fresh lemon, see how much juice I get out of it. Now I'm going to use my hand here just to strain out any seeds.
Make sure you wash your hands before you touch your eyes after straining out lemon seeds.
For at least 20 seconds, or the time it takes to sing happy birthday twice.
Or COVID will get you.
And some fresh cracked black. I'm not putting any salt in at this point, just because that cucumber was salted. I want to taste for seasoning before I add any salt. Now I'm just going to give this a little taste. Now that's good, but it does need a nice fat pinch of Anne Frank.
Anne Frank.
Alright, Johnny, you want to take a taste of the sneezy sauce?
Sneezy sauce!
Oh, that's fucking nifty.
Good stuff, good stuff. Now I did this earlier because we really want, while that pizza dough is rising, to let this sit and all the flavors to blend for at least a good hour or so. And we're going to use this as, well, what in a normal pizza would be the tomato sauce. And we'll probably use it as a garnish afterwards. And next we're going to move to the lamb. Alright, well, we've made the tit sneezy sauce, tzatziki sauce, and it's in the fridge now, chilling out.
And sneaky?
Tit sneezy.
Oh, okay.
But now we need to make the lamb to go on top of the gyro pizza. Now, usually gyro lamb is, you know, it's lamb sometimes with beef, and it's pressed into this loaf thing and put on this vertical rotisserie, which I don't know how to make, and I don't have one of those. So all I did was I took a pound of ground lamb, which I have in a bowl here, and I did this hours ago because I really wanted it to, you know, marinate with the flavors, and I seasoned up with all the stuff you put into, you know, like a gyro seasoning, which would be, you know, lots of garlic, lots of oregano, some Anne Frank cracked black, and just let it sit and marinate for a couple hours in the fridge. So what we have here is a pan. It's on medium heat. It's getting hot. We're going to let it go just a minute, and we're going to break this meat up into it and cook it just like we would, say, like taco meat or, you know, meat for a meat sauce, something like that. And then we're going to, you know, just transfer it out, drain the fat, put it off to the side, and top the pizza with it later. Alright, now we've got this seasoned up ground lamb. It's been, it's sizzling here. It's sizzling pretty good. Now, it's a good idea anytime you're doing anything like this. Like, this isn't too dangerous, but if you're, like, frying bacon or, you know, deep frying or shallow frying something, it's a really good idea, just so you don't get anything in your eyes, to wear a splatter guard. See, now this will protect your eyes. Even though I have glasses, my glasses suck, but, you know, never too bad to have a good layer of protection. So, Especially with bacon. If you're doing this with bacon, always wear a shirt and a splatter guard. Then we'll put it off to the side and put it in the fridge and get ready to top the pizza with it later. See you in a few. Now I'm going to set this in the refrigerator until we're ready to build our pizza.
This episode of Drunken Chef is brought to you by Timeless Hans' newest album, Dark for Life.
Quiet jaunt.
It's awesome.
Sort of.
There's a bunch of songs on it. You can also buy our Timeless Haunt bandanas. They look very awesome. They are fully sublimated. Very awesome, full, cool shit. You can wear them as
I like being sublimated.
Thinking like this, or you can wear it as a skull cap like that, or you can roll it up and wear it as a bandana any way you want. You could have it where you see the band name, or you can see the roll it up and see the bitch on the front. It's pretty cool. So timelesshaunt.com, or you can find us on YouTube and Facebook and all that other fun bullshit, and Spotify and other words. So yeah. Check it out or something.
The views and opinions of this commercial are not necessarily the views and opinions of Drunken Chef or Drunken Chef Incorporated.
Okay, so the pizza dough has pizza doughed. It looks like this now. It has risen.
Probably about double its size. It's, I don't know, hour and a half.
Dough has come, dough has risen, dough will come again. Amen. Looks pretty good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of take half of this shit out of here and leave the other half.
You don't need it a little
later.
bit beforehand?
No, I'm just taking the chunk out. I'm gonna need it on the thing.
Okay.
And I have some flour. I'm gonna put the flour, spread it out nicely. You know, as good as I can over this.
Non-stickage. And the dough will pick up that flour as he
And rub
kneads
your
it.
hands in it, and you know get the flour all over your hands and make a huge fucking mess, because that's what we do here.
Precisely.
And then you grab the chunk, plop it on, do a little bit of kneading, just fold over, press. fold
Working in
over,
more
press.
glutens.
Glutenaneous nonsense. Then we spread that back out, and we're pretty fucking good. Now we take this big murder weapon of doom.
Yeah, that rolling pin does not fuck around. That's gotta weigh what, like 600 pounds, Johnny?
Yeah, something like that.
Probably no, in all honesty, at least a good 4 pounds.
We're also going to take some flour and put it on here, just to make more of a mess.
More of a mess, and not to, you know, so the pizza dough doesn't cling to the rolling pin.
Pick it up, flip it over. And then you just fuck around with this for a while till it makes a fucking giant disaster.
Yeah. Why don't you just pick it up and toss it, Johnny?
I am not skilled in that situation. I have tried it many times before, but I cannot. But being that I knocked this on the floor, I have to rinse it off and start over.
Did you sanitize it?
It is totally sane. So that looks pretty close. We're going to pick it up and flip it one more time. Now we'll just kind of stretch it out with our fingers here. A little bit more in the middle.
You're going to try to get a pretty even thickness with maybe a little bit of a lip around the edge to hold in toppings.
You don't really have to go too crazy with crust. Fuck crust. Crust is an asshole. It's just rolled over extra dough that is not really that necessary. And there you go. That looks pretty good. Whoa. And then we still have this other nice sized globule. which is more than enough. It's exactly half. It is that same size. It's enough to make another fuckery.
We will see you guys in a couple of minutes, and we're going to start grilling up this pizza. All right, we're out here at the new grill. Now, check out this beauty. I mean, what more is there to say? It's really nice. It's huge. It's got, you can't really see it in the camera, but it's got a little system underneath where you're never going to get a flare-up. And it's got pretty lights. But anyway, we're going to take this pizza, and what we're going to do is we're going to pre-cook the first side of the shell right on the pizza pan. We got a little cornmeal underneath it so it slides off nice and easy. And this grill is ripping hot. Like, I mean, the temperature, the thermometer on it is pinned. So it's crazy hot. We're probably talking 600-700 degrees. So we're going to put this whole pan on, and we're going to do it about 3 minutes. Now, if you had a pizza stone already heating in there, it might be 1.5 to 2 minutes, but the pan's cold, the dough's cold, so we're going to give about 3 minutes in here.
Pimp my grill.
Close that up, and we're going to wait about 3 minutes. All right, this pizza dough's been on about 3 minutes or so. I'm going to get a glove here just so I can grab the pan. We're going to take this inside, we're going to flip it over, we're going to oil the side that's going to go directly on the grill, and we're going to put the toppings on and finish this pizza off.
Ooh, poofy.
All right, well, we just brought the pizza dough in so we can flip it and top it. Now, being that this side is going to be directly on the actual grill, we're going to oil it. I'm going to put a glove on. It's just going to get it a little messy here. Just a little canola oil here. Take the glove and just smear it around. All right. Now, Johnny, you want to do the honors of flipping this bad boy over?
Okay, I'm going to take another pizza pan, put it on top, and I'm just going to take this and do that kind of deal, nice and easy. And you can see this one side is already pretty nice. Possibly wipe some of that shit off, make a mess out of everything.
That's okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build our pizza. I'm going to get another glove because this is going to be messy. Now, what I have here is the tzatziki sauce we made. We're going to use this as the base. Just going to put a nice little amount. We don't want a whole lot. We just want enough to cover it. So I'm going to just smear this around with my hand. Get it all to the edges.
I think you made a little more sauce than necessary.
Oh, we're going to top it later. And now, what we have is not typical in Greek food, but is typical in pizza. I got some nice fresh mozzarella. I just want this for creaminess. Bought this, it's fresh mozzarella, it's pre-sliced. Just going to pull off the pieces and scatter it about. Now we got some fresh mozzarella on there. I got some feta cheese crumbles. That's a little bit more Greek. Again, not on a gyro, but no pizza's good without cheese. Now we don't need a ton of this because feta's a very strong cheese. And if you put a ton of it on, it's just going to overtake the whole thing. So you just want a light smattering so most of your bites have some feta. Now, last but not least, the gyro flavored meat that we prepared earlier. I'm not going to skimp on this because everybody wants a meaty gyro. It's always good if you have like a friend that works at the gyro truck or whatever, puts a few extra strips on it for you. So you want a good meaty gyro.
I kind of question why you put the cheese before the meat. I personally would have put the sauce and the meat down first and then put the cheese on top so it melts over top of the meat.
You know, you're actually right. I probably did think that through. But if you order a pizza at, say, Domino's or whatever, any regular pizzeria, say you order a hamburger pizza, what do you get? You get a cheese pizza with the toppings on top. That's why they are called toppings. Alright, so now that we have this pizza put together, we're going to take this thing outside and see if we can't finish grilling it. All right, well, we've got this pizza all topped. We're ready to do the final baking. It's going to be only 2 to 3 minutes again on the second side just to finish cooking it and get everything all hot and melty. So, I'm actually going to let Johnny slide this on because he's the one that makes pizzas at home all the time. I've never made a homemade pizza in my life. So, Johnny, come on and do the honors.
Okay. Alright, so we're just going to take it, and there we go.
Beautiful.
And
We'll do that for about 2.5 to 3 minutes. We're at just a little over 2 minutes. I'm going to have Johnny come over and see if he can't slide this bad boy off onto the pan. Should be pretty well cooked. Johnny, you want to grab the grippies there and see if you can grab an edge and slide her off? Or do we have imminent stickage? Sounding pretty good. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna go inside and top this bad boy off. All right, we just brought this pizza in. It looks beautiful. Now, it looks done, but it's not. Any good gyro needs some fresh toppings. They have to be fresh. So, what I have over here is some chopped onion, some quartered grape tomatoes. I use grape tomatoes just because we're not in prime tomato season right now, and I found in the grocery stores, if you're not in prime tomato season, the only tomatoes that have flavor are grape and cherry. So I bought grape and quartered them. And now we just have some fresh shredded lettuce we're gonna sprinkle all over. So now it is time, I think, to cut and taste. I'm gonna rinse my hands. Johnny, while I wash my hands, will you do the honors of taking the pizza wheel and cutting?
sure, cutting the pizza.
Well, Johnny's cut up the pizza. We got some slices here, so grab a couple of plates. Johnny, here's a plate.
Plate.
And let's just grab a slice of pizza. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take a little of this tzatziki sauce, or sneezy sauce, and just drizzle a little fresh over the top.
There we go. Looks pretty fucking nifty to me.
It smells good, it looks good. Let's see what we did, man. Ready?
Ready.
Alright, man.
That combination of flavors is great.
That was not a bad idea in the slightest. We talked about this 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe, but wow, this is really good.
Pizza for Satan.
Alright everyone, that was really messy, but man, that was delicious. That was definitely not a bad idea. So we're gonna finish off this episode of Drunken Chef. First time back in a long time. Hope everybody watches, hope everybody enjoys. If you like what you see, you know the deal. Click that little subscribe button. But Johnny, come on over here. We need to celebrate. Let's do one last shot here.
Shot.
Shot. But alright, my friend. Cheers to you know, another few more years or more of doing this. This is fun.
Yep.
Alright everyone, well, we still have another thing of pizza dough. We might make another pizza. Maybe there'll be a little add-on with the pizza tasting, but other than that, we're going to let you get going. And again, thanks for watching. You know, like I always say, if we can do this in this condition, imagine what you can do sober. Drunken Chef out.
Hail Santa! This plastic wrap is clingless due to flower hands. And this knife is very dull. Jesus fuck. This isn't working at all.
Do you need an adult?
Yes.
Okay.
Fix it.